Hey y'all, I'm going to try to hurry up and get this recorded before Paul starts in again. I'm going to take a little walk. I was going to tell y'all about some activity I had yesterday, and then also when we went to the river the other day, somebody shared some experiences that they had. I'm sorry. But anyways, I'm going to quit talking and start this walk. All right, here we go. And hopefully this thing does okay. All right, yesterday, I had the grandkids, all day, and Paul was working late, and Dad came and got the kids, so I had a little extra time. I was ready to get outside. I had cooked supper. I called Paul. He said, I'm going to be about another 45 minutes. So I said, well, I'm going to go sit outside. I had to do a few more things in the house, and then I was going to go sit outside. So I got whatever it was I needed to get done, and I went down the yard. I didn't sit right in front of the house. I just sat down in the yard, and I sat there for, I don't know, probably 15 minutes before Paul got there. And he pulled up. He went in and ate his dinner. And as soon as he went in the house, y'all, behind me from those woods that I'm always telling y'all about, that I hear stuff. Yes, I'm checking out these trees. There was a knock. And it sounded maybe, it's hard to tell. But I could tell it was close. And no, I didn't have the recorder out. I still have not listened to that audio. I need to just transfer it to my laptop and delete the card. I just don't seem like I have time to do anything. But, that's it as far as activity, which I've been outside for a little while. Thought I heard a knock, still can't be sure. And I'm walking a little bit early because there was storm clouds. Oops. It was thundering a little bit ago. And I thought, well, I better get this done. Which I don't care to walk in the rain as long as it ain't lightning. But yeah, Saturday we went to the family river lot. Sorry, I say movement, it's just the wind blowing the bushes. But there was a lot of people there. There was family, and then there was friends. And there was a guy there that I've known him since I was probably 14 or 15. His name is Steve. And him and his wife were telling me a couple of stories. Actually, his wife was telling me, and then Steve came over and sat down, and then he started talking about it. But I'll start off with Steve's dad, because his happened first. He said that was probably 10 years ago, or maybe a little longer. They was hunting on some property, which is about, I don't know, I'm going to say 6 to 8 miles as the crow flies from where we live. And, his dad was there, and a friend had dropped him off and said, I'll come back by and pick you up whenever I leave out. So, he went, sat in the stand, and I guess it was, getting late in the day, and his dad started hearing, and he was making the noise. I can't make this noise, but did y'all hear that? Maybe it's a siren. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, it's a siren. Okay. Anyways, he said that all of a sudden something started. He said it was taking, he said, well, it sounded like two rocks and hitting them together real hard. And he said it just kept doing it. And Steve said, my dad's not scared of anything. And he said, but my dad was scared. And then he said, finally, his buddy came by and, you know, picked him up. But apparently it kept, you know, beating these rocks together. And, but then Steve was sitting, it was on the same property, but in a little bit different area. And he said all of a sudden he heard this call. And I'm going to play the call. I'll put it up right now. But that's what he said he heard. And he said that he heard it from behind him. Then he heard one in front of him. Same type of call. And he said that each time it was getting, both of them were getting closer. And they'd done that, he said, 5 or 6 times, back and forth to each other. He said, finally, he said, I got up and moved, or left. He said, you know, I guess scared him. And Steve's not no little guy. And I'm telling you, it takes a lot to scare these old country boys. You know, like I said, that property's probably, I don't know, 6 to 8 miles. And then I was talking to a friend today, and she was saying that a lady she knows was telling her about that her dad had seen one down on what's known around here is called Black River Bottoms. That's down in farmland. But I've been down in there. Actually, I think I took y'all, I showed a video one time when we went fishing, and I told some stories that had been told to me that happened on that river. I know of, oh man, 5 or 6 different people that have had sightings on that river. Seems like a, sorry about the noise, y'all. Seems like a very active area over there. I know there's been tracks found on that river. But anyways, that's the stories that were told to me. And the rock clacks that Steve's dad heard, he was making the sound. He done a good job of making the sound, but I can't do it. But I've heard those here several times. Heard one, you know, when was it, a week ago? When I was in my pool. Came from the same area. It was just one loud clack, but so yeah, and the audio that Steve sent me, he said, you know, that's this is what it sounded like. He said, I saw this video one day, and he's like, oh my. He said, that's exactly what I heard. And so, I thought that was really interesting. I had the same thing happen to me, though. I pulled up one day, and from over there, well, the electric company had parked their equipment out there in the power line, but they was not here. And I had pulled up from getting my grandson, and when I got out of my car from that hill right there that you're looking at, I heard it sounded like ooh wah, but the wah was real, almost like a whip sound, like ooh wah, you know. And I heard a video that had something similar in it, but that was freaky to hear that coming from that hill. And it was that, you know, it was loud, and it just echoed through here. And I was like, oh my, maybe they don't like the equipment in the power line. I don't know. But boy, would I like to talk to some of those fellows. See if they would tell anything, if they've had any experiences. I seen them one day on the road. I started to stop and ask them, but I could tell they were busy, so I didn't. I didn't want to bother them. But anyways, that's about all I have as far as stories. Paul said whenever I get done walking, come over and look at the cabin, so I'm going to be giving y'all a cabin update as well. So I may just seize on back over there and film that, and then finish my walk. Do the rest of it in the yard. That way I'm not having to scan everywhere. Oh Lord. That's what it does, though. You have to constantly be scanning, which I'm trying to watch for snakes. I'm trying to watch the woods, and it's trying to watch the camera, make sure it's not flipping some odd direction. But anyways, y'all, I'm gonna head over there and give y'all a cabin update. Okay, well, he got the floor in up there. I'll see if I can climb up there and film it. That's what it looks like. This is the bathroom. And then here's this wall that divides the bathroom from the kitchen. Let me back up. Oh gosh, running and stuff. Uh-oh, there goes my camera, y'all. It's gonna... Okay, let me climb up here and I'll film that. Okay, this is the loft. Let me get this thing to tilt. Oop, wrong way. This would be a good place for somebody to sleep that wants to climb. Maybe a kid or something. For storage. But that's what it looks like, people. Alright, y'all, my thing is going crazy on me, but I'm gonna cool off and then finish my walk, and then plus I just got a notification saying lightning was detected nearby, so I'm gonna try to finish this up. But I was also wanting to tell y'all that you know, as far as like the odors and stuff that I talk about that we smell, sorry, sweat is just rolling. You know, we always talk about that, you know, that strong urine smell. And I'm sorry, Paul's so noisy. But yesterday, or the other day, when we went over in the woods, we was smelling caca, I guess you could say. I don't know. And I've been smelling it here, like in the yard, and there's nothing. I mean, it's coming from behind the house. I can tell that from right in there. I smell it quite often, and it's terrible. But that's what we was smelling over there in the woods the other day. It was strong. Even Paul was like, oh my. So, don't know. Anyways, y'all, I'm gonna get off here. I got sweat rolling. I'm ready to go get a drink of water. But, hope y'all enjoyed the walk. And, anyways, but I love and appreciate y'all very, very much. Remember to pray for each other, pray for the sick and the hurting, pray for our country, the whole world. Seems like things are just getting worse. But anyways, I really do love and appreciate y'all. Please be safe this week, and I hope the good Lord blesses everyone.